It is 6:45. Started hiking about 15 minutes ago to try to get some miles done. I got 17.2 today, and it's supposed to get up to 83 degrees. So I'm trying to get some miles done before it gets too hot. It's about 56 degrees now, so it's perfect. And one more absolutely gorgeous sunrise. Okay, so I do want to show you this. We got the moon setting. And then the sun rising. Now that it is a little bit lighter, officially good morning. I left the camp about 6:30 this morning. Been hiking just for a little bit. The sun is coming up. The moon is setting on the other side, and it's about 56 degrees, but it's supposed to get up to 83 today. So I'm trying to get some miles in while it's cool. I've got 17.2 today to Indian Prairie campsite, and I'm just praying that I get some water somewhere. There's not a whole lot in between here and the campsite today. So yeah, just hoping that I get a good water source here soon. And so far on this last little section of trail, not just this morning, but yesterday afternoon and this morning, I've seen more wildlife than I have on the entire trail combined. I've seen a rabbit, a bobcat, some deer, some alligators, an otter, birds, of course. So I'm pretty excited finally getting to see a little bit more wildlife, even though I never would have thought that it would have been the dike where I would have seen it all. I just stopped here for some breakfast. I had some cold soaked oatmeal. It's the first time that there's been a tiny little offset off of Highway 78, and then it was perfect because I really had to pee. So right back in there was a tiny little, just enough of a little hidey hole for me to be able to pee this morning. So yep, just had brekkie, went to the bathroom. Now I'm back at it. You can see this bike path. That's what I've been on, and there's been no opportunity for any kind of privacy or anything. So there it is. I just walked through one of the locks for the canals that go out to the lake, and when I was a couple miles back on this section, I saw a truck coming through, and the guy said, "Be careful with the lock up ahead. They got a bunch of heavy equipment. They're doing some construction. You might want to contact them ahead of time." Well, I have no way of contacting specific people at a lock ahead of time, so I just kept going, got up there. They got their big truck set up right on the crossing part of the lock. They were the nicest crew of guys. They gave me cold water. I've been thinking all day how I'm gonna get water. They gave me cold water, bottled water. They asked me questions about my hike and the trail, and made sure I was staying safe. But they're back there. You can kind of see their trucks, but just the nicest group of guys, and I thanked them profusely. And when I was leaving, I said, "You know what? You're what they call, or what we as hikers call, trail angels. So thank you." And glad I met those trail angels. Full of water now. here's home for the night. It's camp by the levee, or by the canal. A couple of palm trees. It's breezy. It's about 4 o'clock, but the sun is much less harsh right now. I'm just cold soaking some rice and did 17.2 today. Got here probably a couple of hours, or maybe an hour ago. One of the hikers caught up with me, so we hiked that last like 4.5 together, which made it much more bearable to have somebody to do that with, and he's a fast hiker, so it kept me moving. But yep, here's my kitchen. Just making some dinner, and I'm gonna call it a night.
Careful, showed you the picture of Maverick because I was talking about him when she sent me that picture.